They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Be looking forward to it all week. The Red Raiders will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Sun Devils offense will go to work first. Complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there. Down to the 24. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Handoff from the gun. Stop is made almost immediately, giving 1 to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. To the air, it's Cook. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying play action. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Red Raiders offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Motion from the wideout. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Right on the money. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Going over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Using the quick game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud, but we've seen 2 drops in the 1st quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
Back to throw. It's Cook. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. It's caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to buy time. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Red Raiders trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raider. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. On the run, it's Casey. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Guns up, and so just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Pulled and fired complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The Sun Devils want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Gonna look downfield again. Hauls it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Finds us back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. And the timing just a hair off.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grab near the marker. It's Thompson. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide.
Intercepted deep in his own end. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Makes the catch. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field. It's Cook. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Harvin. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He'll take the deep shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Pucks it out of the air. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Red Raiders come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The offense changing the play. They send the tight end in motion. Trying to get the corner. Running to Green. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Red Raider. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over UCLA. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got his man on the right. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity. Make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
He's looking deep. Touchdown, Red Raider. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense making its way onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Cook. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Now on first down from the 28. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lost it, throw again. Immediately fires to the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8. To the air, it's Cook. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll pull it on the read. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Fit it in the window for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Tight end now in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right back to it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on second and goal. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He steps and powers and works. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Didn't gain an inch and wrestled out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Bulldozes his way through. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. The Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To throw, it's Cook. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. He's got it down the left. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raider. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Cook. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's got great speed. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face.